Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Monday, April 8th edition of FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Harrison Prieto.
And I'm student meteorologist Colleen Peterson. We have a great show today for you guys. It is Monday, April 8th.
We have several things to talk about. We've got a low pressure system over the southeast right now that's been bringing in a lot of weather here in Tallahassee and across the southeast, really.
Yeah, some potential for some blizzard conditions over the plains.
Yeah, they could see a large swath of areas with at least a foot of snow, so definitely a strange storm for April.
Yeah, and that can even affect the flooding conditions around that area for spring.
Yeah, they have had a lot of flooding over there, and right now it's pretty mild, so they're going to have to cool off before that does go ahead and start coming in.
But currently in Tallahassee, we saw some rain today across the whole southeast.
Yeah, we had a nice squall line come through Tallahassee this afternoon. I remember I was taking a nap this afternoon, and the rain started hitting my windshield, woke me up.
Yeah, and the rain is not gone yet. Tomorrow we can expect some more showers across our area, and maybe Wednesday we might see the sunshine come out for a little while.
We might start to dry out before that moisture returns, and we start to get more rain as we get towards the weekend.
It's a crazy pattern. It rains one day, then the sun, and then it's rainy. It's spring weather.
That's what you get living in Tallahassee for sure.
Yeah. Well, we are above average for the rainfall, and we do have some pollen topics to talk about with you guys.
Yeah, we're also going to talk about the pollen and allergies that have been ongoing, not only in Tallahassee, but across most of the nation right now.
Yeah, but right now we're going to send it on over to Tyler with an overview of what you can expect with the weather in Tallahassee. What's going on, Tyler?
Thanks, guys. As you guys were talking about, this low pressure system has brought a lot of rain for Tallahassee. Right now, it's starting to move off a little bit, and we're just experiencing cloudy conditions, but it's also cooled off a lot because of that rain, and this cold front that's moving through is going to keep these temperatures cold for us. And as we take a zoom into Tallahassee, we can see that the rain's kind of moved off to the east, and we're just experiencing cloudy conditions in Tallahassee. Looking at the Doak Campbell cam, we can see the sun's trying to poke through a little bit through the clouds, but it's having a hard time right now. And looking at our current conditions right now, Tallahassee's 73 and cloudy, 72 in Quincy, a little bit warmer up in Bainbridge at 77. Currently in Tallahassee it is 73 degrees, and as you can definitely see behind me, cloudy. And if we're looking at tonight's forecast, 66 degrees, might be expecting some more thunderstorms, and going through the next 3 days, these rain chances are going to fall and the temperatures are going to get a little bit warmer. But right now I'm going to pass things off to Colleen with the southeast.
Thanks, Tyler. Now, there is this low pressure that is sitting right above New Orleans, and the thing about this, the majority of the rainfall has been ahead of it, creating some havoc. This is a storm outlook for today, the enhanced risk from Charlotte all the way to Raleigh. Now, around the whole area, there is some potential for some severe weather. Look at all this pink. This is a severe thunderstorm watch, and if you take a closer look at to where the severe thunderstorm warnings are, right south of Raleigh all the way to Goldsboro and over west, creating all that havoc that will further move its way on northeast. Branching down south, Jacksonville is getting a little bit of some lightning showers across its area, branching all the way down to Orlando. But look at all this rain that's going to be moving on inward into Florida. Now look at all this upper level water vapor, all that unstable air. But if you take a look at this branch of drier air that'll be moving our way into our area as we go into Wednesday, maybe lowering the rain chances for the rest of the week. Dew point, we're sitting at 69 in Tallahassee, 63 in Orlando, and pretty muggy across the whole southeast. There's not a dry spot in our area right now. Temperatures are cooled off in Tallahassee, sitting at 73 thanks to those showers. Further on south, Key West, I think that's the only sunshine on the map down there, 83 degrees, a beautiful sunset down there tonight. Going over to Charleston, you can expect those temperatures to completely dive down as those thunderstorms move over into those areas. Tomorrow, another day for some severe weather outlook. Look at the enhanced slight risk from Charleston all the way to Raleigh, South Carolina, North Carolina, branching into parts of eastern Atlanta across the region for tomorrow. Now, we do have widespread showers as we go into the morning. You might wake up to some showers, but as we go into the afternoon, they should make its way out of the area, and then that drier air will begin to move its way in, lowering the rain chances For Wednesday, tonight, rainy across the whole region, 66 degrees. Going over to Orlando, we're seeing 69. Down south, a little bit warmer, heating up to 77. Further on over west, we do see tonight getting pretty cool as they're already seeing that drier air. 56 in Shreveport, 56 in Little Rock. Tomorrow, you can expect another cloudy, rainy day in Tallahassee across the whole southeast. 77 in Tallahassee, 81 in Orlando. Yeah, clouds across the whole map, branching all the way from the east. But you see that sunshine that will be coming its way into our area as we go into Wednesday. But now I'm going to pass things off to Sloan with a closer look into our local.
Thanks, Colleen. As you said, we do have this low pressure system bringing some showers into our region. That first line already passed. We can see just some clouds and scattered showers there behind me. And the storms that we just had are heading towards the East Coast, specifically Jacksonville right now is being affected by some thunder and lightning. So if you are heading towards Lake City, heading towards Jacksonville, I would just be aware of driving conditions along that way. And if you are outside, I would go indoors because it's supposed to thunder over the next few hours. Taking a look closer though to Tallahassee, we just have these clouds popping up. We have a few pop-up showers down there at the coast, but not a lot is happening right now. But going into tonight, we'll have these showers returning. But looking at Dowling Park, and if we go a little further east, Lake City and Branford, they are receiving some showers right now, but these are going to be short-lived as the storms continue moving east across the state of Florida. Behind me, we see the sun peeking out a little bit over Doak, but the clouds are the biggest story right now for us. They're going to linger into the evening, and then by midnight tonight, we're going to have these storms returning back and remaining until Tuesday morning. Currently, though, in Tallahassee, 73 degrees and cloudy. These clouds have allowed us to be a little bit cooler than what we've been compared to last week. So it's a bit nicer, a bit cooler, not as muggy right now, which is nice. But looking at the rest of the region, low 70s is the theme. Some sun is shining where the storms have already passed in Perry and Valdosta and Thomasville. But Tallahassee, we're going to be cloudy over the next 24 hours. Warmer than normal, though, this year. 79 degrees was our actual high today, which our average is about 78, and our low was 64 with an average of 51. Nowhere near our record temperatures, but still pretty impressive to be close to 80, especially with those cloud stays that were supposed to keep us a bit cooler. And then if we look at our dew points, though, closer to the 70s, 69 in Tallahassee, 63 in Apalachicola. So sort of muggy, but not as muggy as it could have been since the showers have passed through our region. Into tonight, we have a southerly wind bringing on some moisture into the Big Bend. Some showers we can see down there in St. Mark's and Carabel. So I would just look out for that as they continue to move a bit north and to the east. The clouds are continuing to linger in Tallahassee. A few pop-up showers popping up towards the west of us, and they begin to come into the Big Bend about 2:30 in the morning, you can see there. And going into the morning, we have a line of showers and thunderstorms rolling through, clearing up maybe by noon, but we're going to have some scattered showers throughout the day. In the northern portion of our region has a few more showers going into Wednesday morning, but clearing out, sunshine expected for Wednesday. Tonight, 66 degrees and thunderstorms in Tallahassee, and then tomorrow morning, 68 degrees after those showers roll out in the morning, but by noon, a few pop-up showers here or there, 74 degrees, and then the clouds are coming back into the picture by 3 p.m. Tomorrow for the rest of the Big Bend, thunderstorms is the trend, but Bainbridge, Quincy, and Apalachicola will have a few showers here or there, but sticking to the 80s, almost near the 80s. If we take a look at the next few days, we do have that rain cooling us off a bit by, actually never mind, by tomorrow we're cooling off. And then lows in the 60s, clear skies ahead, but unfortunately with clear skies, we do have a higher pollen count, Colleen.
Yeah, we have seen above average for the pollen count across the whole southeast region. If you have been on social media, you see all those videos of trees falling and all that yellow dust coming off. That is irritating some of us who are unfortunate enough to have those allergies.
in Atlanta, they've had their 5th record high of pollen this year. For it to be considered extremely high pollen counts, though, you have to be above 1,500. And then a pollen count is the total number of grains of pollen per cubic meter over the previous 24-hour period. In Tallahassee, if you have weather apps, they've been notifying you about high pollen counts and high pollen alerts. And those alerts haven't really gone away over the past few weeks.
Yeah, in 2012, it was Atlanta's highest record-breaking for the amount of pollen, sitting at 9,369 for the pollen count, which is crazy high, about a lot more than they're seeing now because they're only at the 5th highest. But
the trees are the biggest pollen producers for us right now.
What kind of trees really experience this kind of pollen?
Oak, pine, sycamore, willow, and sweet gum send a lot of pollen into the area, specifically when it's dry and hot. So as we get back into the 80s on Wednesday and Thursday, when the sun's out, we can expect a higher pollen count than we've had today, since the rain has washed it away for the most part.
Yeah, and maybe the rain can be good for the pollen because it does wash it away. You get a little break, you can breathe for a few days, but right when that sun comes back out and shining, so does the pollen, especially in the springtime. And we see this pattern. It rains, it's sunny, and then the pollen count is high, it's low. Spring is a very interchangeable period across our region.
Yeah. So it might be a good time to pop a Zyrtec or a Claritin, whatever your preference is, on Wednesday and Thursday. But for now, we're going to pass things off to the wall with Harrison, take a look at the National.
Thanks, Colleen and Sloan. And your general idea across the map is we are quite warm here across most of the country. The one cool spot, however, up in the Northeast, places like Maine, Boston, New Hampshire, and Vermont, all are pretty cold still. So if you want to go skiing up there, I think they still have some snow. It looks like one of our friends actually in our major went skiing up there. So I think they still have some snow up there if you want to go skiing. We're mild across the Great Plains right now. That will also change as a blizzard that we are going to talk about eventually is going to come through. Places like Nebraska and South Dakota are going to experience quite a bit of snow and some strong winds, gusty winds with that in the next couple of days. Across the desert Southwest, very, very hot for this time of year. Phoenix, you were in your mid to upper 90s today. That will be the theme again tomorrow. Salt Lake City, 69 degrees. Los Angeles, you were at a very comfortable 77. San Francisco, also at a comfortable 71 degrees. But again, you can really see just how warm most of the country is. We're at 73 degrees right now here. We've actually cooled off because of how much rain we've had today. And if you want to look at the dew points, you can see just that on why we've had so much rain. So much moisture is in the area from this upper level low that has been moving slowly towards the east across the southeastern United States. A dew point of 69 in Tallahassee, 70 degrees down in Miami. We're really muggy out. It feels hot and feels real humid as well. And that's why we're getting a lot of rain as this upper level low right here goes ahead and pushes across. Now there will be some relief from this moisture as this cold front right here, you can see it where it's drier, is actually going to go ahead and make its way through our area and should dry us out and work to remove some of that rain. Here you can see that cold front again with that low pressure system that has helped drive some of this rain, which pushed through our area earlier this afternoon into the region, and that's going to be continuing as another line looks like it's going to develop tonight. Over the next day or so, we are expecting anywhere, somewhere around ½ inch of rain, 1 inch of rain in southern South Carolina and eastern Georgia, so they're going to be a little bit wetter than most. Again, looking at our satellite, you can see that cold front, and then we're going to go look at the other system that's going to be causing some weather in the northeast. A little bit of snow for Maine over the next day or so, and here's that snowfall potential. We're not expecting anything real crazy, just some snow across Maine, and in fact, the models have started to tone it down a little bit on how much snow we are expecting. But we still do have those winter storm warnings in pink and those winter weather advisories in purple for places like Bangor, Maine. So then tonight, as we look at our forecast across the country, we are keeping mild across the region, especially in the southeast where the chance for rain and those clouds will stay in and keep things a little bit warmer. And then as we look at tomorrow's forecast, hot, downright hot in Texas. Most of the Midwest will be warm, and then again in the southeast, we will also be remaining pretty warm. While the out west, you guys are going to start to go ahead and begin to cool down as this next system starts to make its way into the region. But now I'm going to pass things off to Colleen here, and she's going to give you a look at the next local.
Thanks, Harrison. Yes, this low pressure is creating havoc for most of the southeast. You see this line of rain that we saw pass our area earlier today, but then again, another wave of showers you can expect going into tomorrow morning. Currently, we don't have any more rain showers. What was in Tallahassee is now over I-75, that major intersection between I-10 and I-75 is getting all that rain. Cross City, you're getting some rain showers across your area. Further over east, over in Jacksonville, they're going to see some more rain as it makes its way over to that region. Currently, we're sitting at 73, a little bit cooled off as we did see showers as we headed into the late afternoon. Going into tomorrow morning, you can expect those showers again. Currently 73 degrees, 72 in Perry, and 76 in Valdosta, all the way down to the coast. 71 in Apalachicola, getting a little bit cooled off thanks to that sea breeze. Now look at this rainfall. We are about 0.33 inches for yesterday. That is above normal. We are above average for the month, but if you look for the yearly average, we're still about 8 inches below average. But as we go into the end of the week, we could see more rainfall. Now we are warmer than normal in temperatures, actually 79 degrees, and we're supposed to be around 64. So we are seeing warmer than average conditions for our forecast going into the night. St. Mark's, you can see a little bit of showers going through your area. Going into the morning, yeah, you see all that rainfall is going to make its way in right about when you're trying to go to work. That is when all the showers are going to start firing up to the east of our region. Going into the afternoon, you see those scattered showers across the whole region going into tonight. But then once we get into Wednesday, look at that wind coming from the north, bringing in all that drier air, creating more sunnier conditions for our Wednesday commute. 66 degrees. We should expect those temperatures dipping down a little bit tonight. Thunderstorms in our region, those off and on showers as we go into tomorrow. We're waking up to 68 degrees. It's not going to get too hot. If you look at the jump, it's only a little bit, heating up to 74 degrees as we go into the afternoon. Should see the temperatures around 75 degrees. Tomorrow, another rainy day, 77 degrees in Tallahassee, 77 in Perry, 80 in Valdosta. Pretty hot and humid, and that's going to help fire up those showers even more. Look at Wednesday. The sunshine will eventually be back, and then a second line of showers is expected to come through our area by the end of the week. Now look at the temperatures, 86 for Wednesday. I'm excited and I am ready for that to come into our area. But now I'm going to pass on over to Sloan and Tyler at the desk.
Thanks, Colleen. Those temperatures are a different story than what the Midwest is going to experience over the next few days.
Absolutely. I've heard of the term April showers, but now we're getting April snowfall in blizzards coming through in the northern plains in the upper Midwest.
But this weather isn't unusual for them for this time of year. They still get some snow up until May, specifically in the northern plains.
Absolutely, and this specific blizzard could bring up to 2 feet of snow, and it's going to be starting tomorrow as it goes through that region.
It will pick up intensity as it begins to move into the plains and the further east it goes, and it will have some impacts on us later in the week, specifically Friday, as the East Coast has a chance of severe weather going into the weekend.
Absolutely, and as for these areas that are going to be affected tomorrow, we have to watch out for road closures that are going to be possible for major interstates like I-29, I-80, and I-90.
Exactly. And also school closures will be another thing coming on, especially with 2 feet of snow, and the higher altitudes, including the Rockies, will experience a bit more snow. So it'll be a good idea, as Harrison said, to maybe go out and go skiing, as they'll have the snow to go out and do some winter sports still.
Absolutely, and this might be one of your last chances to do something like that, as we don't see a lot of snow in April in these regions, even though it is possible. So if you get school off, you might want to take advantage of these kind of conditions.
The National Weather Service has already hinted at issuing blizzard warnings for Nebraska, South Dakota, and Minnesota, where the heaviest snow will be occurring. So with that being said, take those extra precautionary measures. Make sure if you have a vehicle that has four-wheel drive, I'd use that, or put snow chains on your car. Make sure that your driveway's salted, because nobody enjoys slipping on ice, and also to clear the roof of your car, because it's illegal to keep the snow up there.
And we're also going to have to watch out for these wind gusts that will come with the blizzard. We're going to be seeing winds at up to 40 to 60 miles per hour in the plains.
So with that, snow could blow, so be careful of that. And also, with the winter weather, it might be a good idea to salt your driveway, then shovel it as the snow comes in, because 2 feet of snow, it's pretty heavy to shovel at
absolutely.
once.
And also, on top of all this, this weather is going to start bringing extreme changes in temperatures. In Denver, it could go from 80 degrees Fahrenheit all the way down to 20 because of this storm.
So luckily for us, we're still warm, so we're going to send things off to Harrison to take a look around Florida.
Thanks, Sloan. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, but it's going to be really warm here across most of Florida right now. A little cooler as you get north, where we had a lot of rain this afternoon and throughout the day that has kept us cooler than, say, Orlando at 86 degrees. Dew points, though, everywhere, really high, quite muggy across the region, and you can really feel it when you walk outside. And all of this is because this low pressure system currently situated over Mississippi is really helping to drive in the moisture across the state of Florida, helping to drive in that rain and really spark off some showers and thunderstorms earlier in the day. As we look to the next day or so, you're going to see this new line of storms develop to our west and slowly push through the Tallahassee region tomorrow morning before we start to clear out as we get into your Wednesday. And then finally, on Wednesday, we will see some drier conditions. And again, that will continue for the next few days. As we look at specific locations in Florida, Key West, we're going to be very rainy, some thunderstorms tomorrow. You're high around 82 in the lower 80s, so it will be quite warm with that chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Going up the west coast of Florida, you'll see in Naples tomorrow, again, a high near 80. Those showers and thunderstorms will be staying in the area for most of the day. Again, still going up the west coast of Florida, you're going to be in the upper 70s in Tampa tomorrow, and you as well will also see some showers and thunderstorms for the region. Moving over to Orlando, we won't see quite as much rain per se in the morning, but by the afternoon we will be up into the 80s around noon, 79 by 3 p.m., and those showers and thunderstorms will continue to push through your region as we get into the afternoon hours. Looking at Jacksonville here, your Jacksonville forecast tomorrow, much like Orlando, not a lot of rain in the morning, but by the afternoon and evening hours, that rain should continue to push through. We will move from the lower 70s to the upper 70s throughout the day. We might be able to touch 80 if we do get a few peaks of sun coming in the morning in Jacksonville. Tomorrow in Pensacola, a little bit cooler as that cold front will begin to come through. A chance for some rain showers on the backside of this low pressure system tomorrow, and your high temperature should be in the mid to low 70s tomorrow after a little chillier of a start than maybe you're seeing in South Florida. At 66 degrees tomorrow in Pensacola. Tonight our lows, 64 in Pensacola, 66 in Tallahassee as you look towards the southern part of Florida, 77 in Key West, and 75 for your morning low tomorrow in Miami. Tomorrow's forecast for your high temperature, 76 in Pensacola, 80 in Jacksonville, 81 in Orlando, 83 in West Palm, and most of the state of Florida should be expecting to see some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. But for now, we're going to go ahead and pass things on off to Tyler here, where he's going to give you the last look at our local.
Thanks, Harrison. And going to take another look at this low pressure system. The rain cooled us off a lot, and as this low pressure moves towards us, the temperatures are going to continue to stay cold as the cold front moves towards us. And taking a look at FSU right now at Doak Campbell Stadium, the sun's starting to peek through even more now. So these clouds, they probably won't go away, but it's starting to look a little bit better right now out there. And if we look at our current conditions right now, 73 degrees, and you can see these clouds behind me with winds coming out of the south at about 9 miles per hour. Current conditions in Tallahassee right now, 73 degrees, Thomasville sunny and 72. Down in Perry, it's the same story, it's about 72 and sunny. And if we look at these dew points, it's very muggy outside, especially in Tallahassee. Have a dew point of 69, and that has helped contribute to this rainfall. Up in Valdosta, also 68. 63 in Apalachicola, not quite as moist, but they're still feeling it down there as well. And if we're looking at the rainfall for today, it's actually a lot more than normal. Usually we have about 0.12 inches of rain, but now we have 0.33. And if we're looking at the monthly average, it's 1.58 right now, and that's a little bit bigger than normal as well. So we're experiencing more rainfall this month and today. And these winds coming out of the Gulf of Mexico have helped bring moisture to us, and these fast winds. In Tallahassee, winds are coming in at about 15 miles per hour. Monticello even faster at 18 miles per hour. And if we're looking at how this is actually impacting the weather, it's bringing the moisture right now. You can see some of these cells moving up. But as we go through the late night tonight and early morning tomorrow, we're not going to see too much rain until about 6 a.m. when more rain's going to start coming through. And as we go throughout the day, it's going to be a mix between cloudiness and scattered showers until we get into Tuesday night, where it's going to start clearing up a little bit. But looking at tonight, it's going to be 66 degrees, and we're still expecting some thunderstorms in the late night and early morning hours. And winds are still going to come out of the south at about 7 miles per hour. If you're trying to plan your day tomorrow, you're going to have to plan for some afternoon showers around noon, so make sure to bring your umbrella. But as we go throughout the day, around 3 p.m., those showers should clear up and the weather should get warmer for you. Looking at tomorrow, Tallahassee should experience these storms, and they're going to start going away, but it's going to be 77 degrees in Tallahassee, 76 in Thomasville, down in Perry, 77. Apalachicola, beautiful, 73 degrees and only partly cloudy. A look ahead for the rest of the week. Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to start clearing up the skies, but as we go towards Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to pick up the chances for rain. But right now, I'm going to send things back to the desk to Harrison and Sloan.
Thanks, Tyler. Not excited about tomorrow at all with those showers and thunderstorms.
Yep, persisting around. But I am excited for Wednesday and Thursday. Although the only negative to that is with that sun, those warmer conditions are going to return.
And with the warmer conditions and the drier conditions, pollen count increases. And
well, that was the theme of the show
today.
That's
the theme of the show today is pollen. I actually went out this weekend and bought an air purifier for my apartment because I can't do it anymore.
You can't do it anymore?
No.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you, I like talking about pollen a lot better than I do about golf, which is usually the theme of the shows here
at FSU Weather. That is a valid point. Sorry, Michael, if you're watching, but we enjoy talking about other things.
Like pollen. And then as we get into the weekend, those rain chances do return with the next cold front. That is the same system that is going to be bringing those blizzard conditions to places like South Dakota, Nebraska, Minnesota, and Iowa. So we're going to catch the southern side of that, which is going to all be rain, obviously, but those rain chances will go ahead and come back before we clear out again on Monday.
The eastern portion of the United States will start to experience some severe weather from that storms being blizzards to the Midwest and the northern plains. So that's something to look out for this weekend, just as some thunderstorms get to come back into the picture, as we say, when thunder roars, go indoors.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's going to be a theme here as we get into springtime, April, May, June. Lots of severe weather can start to occur as things warm up, the atmosphere gets a little more energy in it, and so that's what we're going to start to see with these cold fronts as they come through, not necessarily in our area, but across a lot of the country.
But those temperatures are sticking to be pretty warm, which is nice. We're not back like in the 40s like we were in the beginning of the semester, because that was a bit miserable walking in class. But right now, the only thing we have to deal with is the mugginess that is going to be outside due to those higher dew points and higher temperatures.
Well, you take the good with the bad. You know, we're in Florida. But the good thing is we will be able to get back outside again, and certainly that. So if you haven't already, please follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU Weather.
And be sure to like us on Facebook. We post all of our social media updates on there at FSU Weather.
And watch us live on YouTube. Hopefully you're doing that right now. But if you're on the local broadcast, please follow us on that as well.
We also have an Instagram at FSU Weather. So be sure to send us your cool pictures coming up throughout the week. We love to see our viewers' photos.
Yeah, absolutely. Please follow us on all of those platforms for a lot. But now, to close up the show, I'm student meteorologist Harrison Prieto.
And I'm student meteorologist Sloan Haynes. Have a great night.